In this video, we'll be taking a look at all today's NFL matchups, and I'll break them all down with free winning picks so you can bet smarter and win bigger. But first, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get our picks the second they drop, because when the lines move, the early birds cash in. And if you want the full Winning Sport Picks experience, head over to wspicks.com and check out our VIP packages, or grab a free consultation with one of our professional sports consultants for the sharpest edge you'll find anywhere. That's where the real plays live. We are your bookmaker's worst nightmare. These are the games we're hammering, the ones the books can't afford you to bet. This is Winning Sport Picks. The free picks are about to drop, and they're coming in hot. We start with New Orleans against Tampa Bay, where New Orleans catches 8.5 at -110, while Tampa Bay lays 8 at -110. This number feels like the market leaning heavy toward Tampa's home field, but maybe overlooking how New Orleans tends to shorten games when catching bigger spreads. Tampa can create margin, sure, but they also allow teams to hang around, and this is one of those situations where the dog backdoor matters. Totals sitting around 41.5, and that again signals slower possessions with limited explosive scoring runs. I'm more comfortable taking New Orleans plus the 8.5 and leaning under 41.5 because both sides have shown they'll take the air out late rather than pressing the accelerator. I'll grab New Orleans plus 8.5 and under 41.5 here. Cincinnati versus Buffalo shows Cincinnati catching 6.5 at -109 and Buffalo laying 6.5 at -112. The money line tells a similar story with Cincinnati plus 225 against Buffalo -270, which makes sense given Buffalo's home profile, but still prices Cincinnati as live. If this turns into trading possessions, the total around 52.5 or 53 suggests the market expects scoring, but sometimes heavy totals like this compress late because the leading team sits on the ball. Cincinnati as a dog can travel well, and catching near a touchdown is always attractive in these AFC-style matchups. I'll take Cincinnati plus 6.5 and lean under 53 to fade an inflated total. Las Vegas against Denver has Denver laying 7.5 at +100 and Las Vegas catching 7.5 at -110, which means the market expects low scoring margin but still thinks Denver can separate. Moneyline Denver -390 is steep, and Las Vegas plus 335 gives dog bettors a puncher's chance if Denver stalls offensively. Totals around 40.5, which lines up with slower possessions and field position football. I don't love big chalk and low total environments, so I'll take Las Vegas plus 7.5 and lean under 40.5 with the expectation that possessions get chewed up. Chicago against Green Bay has Chicago catching 6.5 at -105 and Green Bay laying 6.5 at -110. The money line Chicago plus 265 and Green Bay -300 lines up, with Green Bay controlling more possessions, but Chicago has shown they can hang inside numbers when catching more than a field goal. Totals 44.5 or 45 signal a little more scoring potential, but both teams have had stretches where drives stall in the red zone. I'll lean Chicago plus 6.5 and under 45, expecting a divisional tempo that tightens up in the second half. Arizona versus the LA Rams has Arizona catching 9 at -110 and the Rams laying 9 at -108. This is a large spread for a divisional matchup, and while the Rams can get margin, Arizona tends to scrap enough late to threaten the number. Moneyline Rams -440, Arizona plus 410 is purely a pricing exercise. You're betting numbers, not winner/loser here. The total around 47.5 to 48 feels a touch high unless the Rams explode early. I'll take Arizona plus 9 and under 48 in a divisional grinder. Finally, we've got Houston versus Kansas City, where Houston catches 3.5 at about -108 and Kansas City lays 3 at roughly -121. The money line Houston plus 160 and Kansas City -185 shows respect for Houston's ability to move the ball, and this is definitely a spot where taking points is more attractive than chasing a short favorite. Totals around 41.5 to 42.5 lean toward moderate scoring with a few big play opportunities mixed in, but Kansas City hasn't consistently blown teams out. I like Houston plus 3.5 and under 42.5 in what could be a possession trading contest. Now listen to me, those are the free picks, but the one game I am unloading on tonight, the game that's going to crush your bookie's soul, that's the VIP play of the day at wspicks.com. This is the nuke, the hammer, the max bet, the one play I've circled, the game that will bury your bookmaker 6 feet under. When it hits, and it will, your bookie is going to need a doctor, a lawyer, and maybe even a priest. If you want to ride with me on the biggest bet of the day, get to wspicks.com right now. So the recap, New Orleans plus 8.5 with the under 41.5, Cincinnati plus 6.5 with the under 53, Las Vegas plus 7.5 with the under 40.5, Chicago plus 6.5 with the under 45, Arizona plus 9 with the under 48, and Houston plus 3.5 with the under 42.5. This is Winning Sport Picks, where we don't just bet, we bury bookmakers. Smash that subscribe button, drop your favorite plays in the comments, and hammer that like button like you're hammering your bookie into the dirt. We're cashing, we're dominating, and tonight we're dancing on the grave of your bookmaker. Let's go!